Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Hi, Mom. I did just stop. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And aloha! It never fails. No matter what I do to make it right, it goes wrong. Welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm your host on the show that's by a fan, for a fan, and you got to know all about you, the fan. Welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. It is Blues versus Avs, Game 4. The Avs are up 2-1. Let's see if we can even this series. Can't talk about the Avs. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Sorry, guys. It's going to be one of them technical days. So you can't talk about the Avs without bringing in the man, the myth, the legend, Lance the Scott of the Drop Hockey Podcast. Hey, Lance, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Guy. I'm hoping for a win. I am partially not expecting one, but I'm really hoping the Blues can start something. I think both of us are. I think all Blues Nation is. And, you know, even if we think that they might not win, we still have that hope that they will win and start something good. You know, I picked them not to win, and I know a lot of Blues fans are going to hate me for that, but there's reasons why I did that. I'm hoping they prove me wrong. I really
you're not the only one, man. There are like 8 or 9 people.
Every time I pick the Blues to lose, I hope they prove me wrong. I don't like to see them losing.
Yeah, right now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people out of 34 have picked the Blues. Hey, guys, you got to get your picks in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, first of all, where's the lounge at? 41,000 people in the lounge and nobody watching. Come on, lounge. I want to see you. I want to hear you.
Yeah, I would like to see them support you more also, but there's a lot of reasons why they're not, and I think you and I both know why, and we're not going to go into them because I don't like saying negative stuff about people, but
no.
Get more.
You know what?
There's 41,000. At least 50 of you can watch this. At least 25 of you can watch this.
I agree, man. But you know what? They do what they got to do. We do what we got to do.
Right.
So I'm kind of looking at this game. This is a measuring stick game in my eyes, right? I'm not looking at the score. I'm looking at the eye test tonight. I want to see what happens when the Blues have their backs against the wall. This is the first time all season they've been out of a playoff spot. Yes, they're out of a playoff spot. They have the San Jose Sharks breathing down their back. This is one of those times where when you're in a team or a company or you're in that mix where your back's against the wall, you find out who's strong and who's weak. And I'm watching, today's the eye test game. I'm not paying attention to the score. I'm paying attention who's in the corners digging deep, who's paying attention to the passes, what's happening in the neutral zone. The neutral zone is, look, I've been on Berube all season, and I get that. But the neutral zone has been horrible. Horrible. Right? And you and me have talked about this a lot. Not just on the show. We've talked about it, offline. Guys, me and Lance communicate daily, I'm trying, and I'm going to dime him out here. I'm trying to bring him on to the fan report to help me out. I'm not going to let him, it was a secret. It's out in the open now. So you guys give him some push, man. I'm looking at some of the comments. Easy said he picked him to win. Roland shared it in a bunch of groups. Chris Shackley, Avs 3-1. I think they're at the point where they sit in the locker room and look down saying, I just don't know. I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, and I hope not too. And I'm like you. they only had 5 shots in the second period yesterday. They looked terrible in the third in my mind. I'm a type of Blues fan that, let's say they don't make the playoffs, but for the rest of the season, they play up to their ability and lose 4-3, but play a damn good game against some very good opponents. Yeah, am I upset about the loss? But I can hang my head high knowing our team gave it all, in every single game. That's what I want to see. I think, I thought last night was an important game, but I think this is even a bigger game tonight. They've got to send a message, not just to Colorado, but they've got to show those other teams looking down at them, the Wild and the Golden Knights and the Coyotes now. And they've got to show the Sharks that, hey, we're not going to let you catch up to us. And hey, Coyotes, we're going to catch up to you. We're not a bad team. We just need to play our game. If they play hard and lose the game, I'm upset. But am I happy that they at least showed up? Oh, heck yes. I'm not one of those people that if the team plays hard and loses, I'm down on them. You can't win every game. The teams they're playing in this month, and you and I talked about it and mentioned it last night, are all good teams, some of them better than others. But they've got to show up. And it's like you said, the eye test. If they win 4-3, that's awesome. If they lose 4-3, 3-2, but man, they are just in on every play. They put pressure on Grubauer, and they play hard, and Husso plays good. I've got no issues with it.
The eye test with Husso is being in the game early. Yeah. Not giving up a goal, not giving up a goal in the first minute or so of the game, or the first couple shots of the game, or the period. Because it's not just the game. He's also done it early in periods. So we've got to make sure that he doesn't do, well, we got to hope that he doesn't do that. The other thing that I'm really looking at is it's the message, and you talked about it a little bit, it's the message you're sending to Monday to the Knights when they come in town on Monday. Yep. That's Petrangelo's first game. There's some emotion there. Push that emotion down. Push that emotion down. You got 4 games at home, and you're absolutely horrible at home. That's got to change. You're on a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, and it's not getting easier. And I hope the players aren't sitting there thinking we're going to be playing Pietrangelo on his first game back after his thumb or finger injury, whichever it was. And that doesn't matter. And I know you and I have had some issues with Coach Berube. I don't think he's the reason that they've lost all these games, but he does have a part in it. And this team has to put their heads up and not even think about Pietrangelo. They need to think, okay, let's take it a game at a time. Let's not think about, tonight. Let's think about Colorado.
You know what?
Monday, let's think about Vegas. Don't be thinking about, oh my God, we got to play all these teams above us in April. Don't think about that.
I think it's got to be even more than that. They got to take it one shift at a time.
Yeah.
Not even one game at a time. Yeah. One shift at a time. Go out there, win your shift. That's what you got to be thinking. Win your shift. Now, here's something that a lot of people are going to go, huh? What is Guy talking about? Win your shift. You go out there and you win your shift by getting the puck in deep, getting a shot on net, digging the puck out, not letting it back into your zone. You win your shift by making them work harder than you.
Yeah, and you know what? Most coaches break it down. At the end of each period, they look at how many shifts they think they won or they were dominant. And then they look at what players within those shifts were dominant. They figure out if they need to change the lines. And then they look at the period overall. And like you said, every player looks at it, okay, I wasn't good enough on that last shift. I almost allowed them I made a mistake and it almost ended up a goal. I'm going to do better next shift. But you're right. It starts not just with the pregame and the practicing and getting set up for the game and the game plan, but after all that, it's shift by shift by shift. How many shifts did you win in that first period?
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. Looks like Clifford and Sanford have flopped spots. Clifford with Thomas and Kyrou. I kind of like that. Sanford with Bozak and Barbashev. I like that. About damn time. About damn time.
Yeah, and if you remember correctly, in the playoffs in 2019 and in the second half of the season, Sanford and Barbashev, when they were together, played very, very well together. They were just awesome on that fourth line, and they gel, and let's hope they can get that back, because we've got 2 very, very good top 2 lines. We've got a good third line, and I think Sanford and Barbashev can make that other line can make some good things happen, whether it's being physical, whether it's putting pressure on Colorado in their own end, even if they don't score. Let's look at what type of quality of a shift it's going to be for them each time. And if they have good shifts, the Blues may come out of this game ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. So here's something I don't like. Blaze and De La Rose were not part of the rushes. The other lines are the same. So Blaze is out. Again, how do you defeat speed with speed? And we're not using speed. I would put, so I like this, the Bozak, you got Clifford, Thomas, and Kyrou. I'd put Blaze up there with Kyrou and give that extra burst of speed.
Yeah,
I don't like.
We all know what Blues fans think, and we know how Coach Berube thinks. We got to play heavy. Well, the Blues don't have that necessarily as much of a size of team that plays heavy and hits. And one thing that beats a heavy team is speed. You got to catch up to them. You can't hit somebody if you can't catch up to them. So
exactly,
it's a fine balance. You've got to have a speed line. You must have a line with speed.
Yep. You got to have a line that makes them, that takes them out of their game.
That's right.
And that's what they're doing. They have lines that are taking us out of our game. And that's what's killing us. So, hey, guys, you're watching the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. I'm joined by Lance DeScott, and we are brought to you today by Forrest Crump Enterprises, War Story Coffees, and Mike Zook Enterprises. By the way, Mike, I know you're not watching, but please get better. I found out today that he has a little bit of the COVID. But hey, Mike, we're thinking about you, man. Get better, buddy. Yep. Get better. Yeah, and don't forget, all you people watching on Facebook, put them thumbs in the air. Give us some likes, man. Let us know you're liking what we're doing. This is going to be, I got to tell you, I went back and rewatched last night's game. That first period, they played 20 minutes of solid hockey.
They played pretty dang good.
They should have been up 3-1. 3-1, maybe 3-2 in that period.
Yeah, in my mind, it should have been 2-1, but there was good opportunities there to where they could have went up 3-2. They just barely missed. I mean, Tarasenko missed a couple times last night, and his timing's just a little off, and it'll get there. Once he starts picking things up, I mean, if he scores a goal every 2 games, let's just say that, if he scores let's say he scores 0.7 points a game in the rest of the season, that puts him in a much better position with these hard games coming up. I think their defense, people think our defense isn't very good. I'm not going to say it's the greatest defense, but it's not as bad as people think.
No, I'm with you there. It's not as bad as they think.
Yeah. And one guy that I think people don't give enough credit to, and I'm a hockey guy who played hockey. If I'm in goal, I would love having Marco Scandella on defense in front of me. That guy is so overrated. Blues fans don't give that guy enough credit. He's one of the best signings and trades the Blues have ever done.
Yeah, no, I have been watching him, and you hear his name not as much as I think it would. I think he's only playing about 14 minutes a game. Yep. I'd like to see all 6 defenders at the 20-minute mark, honestly, right? I mean, that's evened up. You're playing all 6 of them evened up time. Now, that's perfect if you're 5-on-5, but when you get the special teams in there, sometimes they go 4 forwards, 1 defenseman. But actually, I would rather on a power play have your right contingent there. Your 3 and 2. Yeah. And the reason I say that is because you don't give up that empty net goal or that rush because you got your guys set where they need to be.
Yeah, and it's hard to get every guy 20 minutes. I mean, you'd have to have really short shifts in and out.
Yeah.
But I would definitely agree. I would like to see Scandella play 16, 17 minutes at least.
Well, that's what I mean. Getting closer to that 20-minute mark.
Yeah, because they don't have a Pietrangelo to play 27 minutes. They don't have a Jay Bouwmeester to play 30 minutes like he did a lot of times throughout his career.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was hard on Jay at times in the last couple of years with the Blues, but once he got healthy, and I told people he was unhealthy by watching him skate, like you said, the eye test and listening, And once he got healthy, man, that last year and a half, 2 years, he was the Jay Bowmeister the first 2 or 3 years he was here. I mean, his average time, I think, on ice throughout his career was between 27 and 28 minutes for all those years. That's amazing.
I know. Yeah. Well, here's another thing with him that I really caught. When I did the interview with Panger, Panger talked about him knowing that Bowmeister couldn't go to his left, that his hip was so bad that he had to always go to his right, and that would put him out of position in that. And I'm going, wow. I mean, we knew something wasn't right, but now we're hearing it. And he's got to keep that stuff secret because he doesn't need the other teams to hear it.
Yeah, I actually told people that were on him, because I was hard on him at first, and I thought, well, I'm going to watch him. And I started watching him, and I told people he's not moving to his left. Something's wrong with his hip or his knee. And why is Berube still playing him? He can't keep playing him like that. Let the man heal. He's about, I think they said that when they finally set him out, he was about, and I think it was actually Yo that set him out the first time. He was only at about 60%, but being the guy that he is, he wanted to play. But he just kept getting out of position. But, man, I love the guy for wanting to play with an injury, but I'm glad he got healthy. I just miss him so much.
Oh, no, you're not the only one. I do, too. He was actually on the pregame with Ashley Weiss and Joey Vitale. Really, I'm gonna have to talk to my some of them. Now that I know he's doing these, maybe I can talk to my contacts and see if I can.
I'll tell you what, when you interview him, if you can get him talking, he talks a lot. But he is that type of guy that's quiet.
Yeah.
So you get him talking on stuff he likes, but he'll give you good sound bites, and he's not going to lie to you. He'll be honest with you.
Yep.
And I mean, people talk about Pietrangelo being in the Hall of Fame. But I'll tell you one guy that deserves it right now. That's Jay Bowmeister. He played all those consecutive games, had the longest game streak, finally got his Stanley Cup, played all those years. If he doesn't get in the Hall of Fame in the first 6-7 years he's eligible, these Hall of Fame voters don't know good hockey players.
Yeah. No, I see him being, I don't see him a first ballot, but I see him a second or a third. If it on a weak class, I can see him getting in. And that's not, I mean, when you say a Hall of Famer is a Hall of Famer, I get that, If the guy is worthy, he's worthy. But what you just get, because you're limited, and if you get one of them classes where you've just got guys that are just a step above him, just a step above him, that's what happened with Kurt Warner. Right? Kurt Warner was a first ballot Hall of Famer in my eyes, but he had, he came up against Favre. They try not to put too many of one position in. Yep. They try not to put two quarterbacks in. They try not to put, two. So there's different things. Hockey Hound. Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? Ooh, we love you, buddy.
Hey,
we love you, man. So one thing that I'm thinking about, Lance, that I've been kind of going over this in my head, right? Mm-hmm. If you're the Blues right now, you got to not look at the schedule, right? You got to not look at the schedule. You can't let the schedule go over you.
I'll tell you what, the good players and good coaches normally don't look at the schedule. Like you said, they look at the game, they make a game plan, and then they take it shift by shift. You can't be looking towards, and we've seen the Blues and we've seen other teams do it. Like I've seen Montreal, be looking ahead to playing Toronto in seasons past, and they just blow a game they should have won. So, you can't keep looking at that schedule.
Yeah, I remember. So, hey, for all you guys watching, man, don't forget to get in the contest. I'm at 35 right now with my entry and Brad Pond's entry to go in. Guys, please get in, man.
There's no excuse. Like I retweeted today. What do you have to lose? I mean, you could win something. Maybe you don't, but you got a chance to do it. And like I said in my retweet, a fly could do it. So there's no excuse not to do it. I mean, you could win signed pucks. Sometimes he gives away jerseys. He's got that Justin Falk plaque to give away, locker room plaque. I mean, not a lot of people get that type of memorabilia, those locker room plaques.
Well, two of the things that I'm giving away that are high end on just for picking a ticket, just for playing, a door prize. I'm giving away 2 mystery pucks, unwrapped, 1 Barkley, and 1 St. Pat's Day one. I'm also giving away a signed picture and I haven't decided yet if it's going to be, it's either going to be one of three. It's either going to be a Tarasenko, a Hull, or an Oates. I haven't decided yet. So, oh, by the way, also, don't forget, I have a new Twitter that I'm doing. It is the STL Fan Report. Join it. That's where I'm going to start trying to get all the stuff from that going on. Oh, here we go, Jess. She was so upset she forgot to put her in yesterday. Then Perron went and scored. Yeah, she probably would have picked up with 3 or 4 points. That's her guy. Well, let's put it this way. She hates him, so that's why she picks him. So if he gets her points, she can like him a little more. Yeah. If he doesn't, she doesn't have to hate him anymore. I got to give her credit. That's a good strategy there, right? And she's got prizes 2 out of the 3 months. So you got to hand it to her. She knows what she's doing.
Yep.
I'm going to be sending out. She got a puck. She got the Barbashev puck, and then she won the banner. The championship banner.
Yep.
I talked to. Don't forget, people shipping. Guy is shipping from Hawaii, and it isn't cheap. So support him. Really wants to give you something cool. Hockey, you're absolutely right, man.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I spend about $120 in shipping every month.
Yeah.
Just for the contest, and that's not the other stuff that I do.
I can tell you, I've shipped stuff to Hawaii from Facebook Marketplace and eBay and things like that. And let's say a package would cost you $14 here in the U.S., which the USPS has went way up in price in the last 2 years, but they're still cheaper than UPS and FedEx. But anyway, if I ship that same package to Hawaii, it's $32.
Yeah, well, if you can actually get it a little bit lower than that. If you can use if it fits, it ships, right? Yeah. The large one, it's $22.
Yeah, the large one's 22 or 23, something like that here.
Something like that. Yeah, Roland went and tried to do express shipping and did it that way, and little on the high side there. But no, so guys, I don't mind sending this stuff to you. Now, do realize it could take 4 to 6 weeks. I got lots, especially with all these games going on this month. It's going to be a little bit for me to get the time to send it, but I'm going to get it out. Lots of door prizes. Oh, and this is the other question I want to ask as we're getting closer and closer. I'm looking at the Blues are giving away a bunch of gold scored pucks. The gold scored pucks they have the St. Louis mark on them, but some of them are from other teams.
Yep.
So I want to know from you guys in the next day or so if you would want those. If you would like those as prizes, even though they're from another team.
I would.
Oh yeah, I mean, some of them I can get relatively inexpensively. There's very few bids on them.
Yeah, because most people in giveaways, or if they buy them, they buy the ones with the Blues logo on and the in-game pucks used at Enterprise.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea, and I honestly think you can get them cheaper a lot of times from other places. Because I once saw a Tarasenko puck when he scored in Dallas, and I think it was in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And it only went for $12.
Oh wow! No, so but actually no. What I'm looking at is these are pucks that were scored in Enterprise, but from members of other teams. Oh, so they have the Blues logo. They're actually the Blues logo, but they're from other players.
Okay.
To me, I still think it's good. I want to know what you guys think. We got about 10 minutes, so I want to go ahead and make my pick, and I'm going to try and do it on. Let me see if I can do this today. I want to try and do it on. Here we go. And there we go. I'm going to do it on here. So here's the contest. If you've never entered before, it's going to ask you for a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, it is very easy to make one. You can use any email address. The reason I have to do a Google account is to allow for 1 entry per person.
Yep.
If I don't do that, people can put more than 1 entry or put multiple entries under the same email address. It's a pain. This is the easiest way to do it, guys. I looked at the pros and cons of taking it off. I got to do it this way. So once you're in, you can even, here's the top 3 prizes. This is the first place, the Falk. This is second place, the St. Patrick's Day mystery puck. I don't know who's on it. It's still wrapped. Understand that. It's not a DP57 puck. And then look at that. Third place is this poster for the 50 years featuring Bobby. I thought that was great. Don't forget to check out Forrest Crump Enterprise if you need any construction done. Call Brian Tuttle. He plays the contest. He loves the show. His number 618-201-8595, covering Missouri and Illinois. Call him for a quote. These are some of the prizes.
You know what?
Go ahead, Brett Lance.
He followed me tonight on Facebook, so I followed him back.
Yep, like his page. Go to Forrest Crump Enterprises on Facebook. You can even click right here on that, and it'll take you to that Facebook page and like this page and look what he does. These are some of the door prizes. Mystery puck, a Winter Classic poster. I have 3 of these totes and 3 of the wallet totes to give away, and 4 of the retro clown jersey rally towels. Really neat. So you get down here. Oops. I haven't picked yet, so I think I need to do this. I don't think I picked yet.
I don't think you did.
There we go. There we go. I didn't, right? Hey, I put this as a new Pick'em banner. What do you think about that, Lance? Too busy? Not bad?
No, it's...
Okay, you put your email in here.
It's good.
Alley Sports. I tell you what, I don't like that, the ticker on the bottom.
Yeah.
Put your name in. Try and put it the same way each time, because that's what I use to for the formula is your name. Put the group you're in. If you're not in a group, put none, whatever. Who do you think's going to win? I'm going back and forth. I know the Avalanche are probably going to win this game, but my heart is telling me no way. I'm going with the Blues. I know Husso's going to give up a goal or two. I think that the Blues are finally going to do something. I'm going to go with a 4-3, and I've been thinking about this. I'm going to go Clifford.
I think I hate to say it, but I think I picked the Avs 4-3.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and people can be upset with me, but like you are, I'm unbiased, and
yeah, no, you got to go. You're picking. These are some great prizes, and here's the thing that a lot of people don't get, or maybe they don't completely realize. Right? Let me pull this out of there for you guys. You don't need to be in first place.
No.
Right? The door prizes are for everybody. Hey, story goes so far, Vince. Why don't you get in the contest? Get in there. She says she needs Mr. Turtle at my house. Brian Tuttle. Well, give him a call. Jess York, you can give it to me. Rowan, actually, you can't win the first, second, or third prize. But he can win everybody but me and Brian Tuttle cannot win. Or me, Brian Tuttle, and Sam Mazzella. We're the only 3 that cannot win a door prize.
And
enter.
I want to say one thing. A guy had a question last night about my entry. Yeah. And I told him, I said, judge it the way you would anyone else. Don't give me any special privileges just because I'm on your show. And he said, of course I wouldn't. So I'm glad he said that, because even though you see me on his show, I don't expect any special privileges.
Oh, here we go. Guy, I'm going to do a trade deadline show this week. Would you want to join me to talk about the teams in the West Division? Absolutely. Absolutely, buddy. Just give me the time and place. I am there. Awesome. I'm absolutely there. I'll do some studying up. Me and Lance will talk, so I know it. Jess says I'll probably win. But see, Jess, it's not. I don't know it's a DP puck. Yep. I don't know that. I'm just using the picture that they have on the website because, A, I don't have them yet because they're getting picked up for me, but B, they're wrapped. I'm not unwrapping them. You're going to get them as is. You're going to get that puck as is, right? I have, and then here's something else I'm going to do starting Monday. If you go to STL Fan Report on Twitter, I am going to give away a signed Braden Shen picture.
Great.
Once I hit 200, right now I'm at like 18. But once I hit 250 subscribers or followers, I'm going to give that away. And the way you get it, you follow me and you retweet, tag somebody. That's it. I'm not going to do all this. You know, you like it, you like it. You don't have to. Follow me and retweet it with tagging somebody. That's the only way we're going to get to 250 followers. We get there, I'll send that picture out. It's a really good picture. Absolutely. You know, I spend a little money for these pictures. I don't care. They're fun, they're neat, and I love them. I love doing this stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
Jess Sork says he loves the puck. Go ahead, bud.
Quick, guy, before we get out of here. You guys might think that, you know, a show like this makes money and stuff like this. I know how much it costs to run a vlog, the cost behind it, so on and so forth. And Guy's not asking for your money. He's just asking for you to follow him and retweet and help him get other followers. That's how his show gets more popular. That's what he wants. You know, he's not concerned about becoming rich. He wants people to enjoy his show and get to be even more better informed Blues fans. That's his goal. So don't think once that his goal is to be this rich entrepreneur by having a vlog. He just wants Blues fans to like his show. So by all means, retweet it. Let everybody know, even if they're just slight hockey fans. Let them know about him.
Got to say a big thank you to Brian Tuttle, Steve Brzezinski, Dre Montez, my buddy, Michael Edwards, Roland Spink, David Riley, David Nash, and John Thompson. They all gave me a thumbs up on Facebook. That's the only one I can see. If you do it on any other, I can't. I appreciate everybody watching. We're almost there. They're talking about last night getting big production from Hoffman, Shin, and Perron. Hoffman had a good game last night. Hoffman had a great game. So I'm guessing the game's about on.
Yep.
Oh, Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan saying, aloha, mahalo. Have I got you for the intermission, buddy?
Yep.
I'll see you at the intermission show. Aloha. Aloha.